Hey, podcasters. Thank you for tuning in to Speaking Of. This is your host, Dedge and Jon Jon, discussing real issues you want to hear. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite podcast channel, the Be Unstoppable Media channel. And I am your host, Dedge on the Edge. I had to try it out. You know, this is my second week trying it out, you know.
But Edge on the Edge. Come
but you know, hey, but thanks for tuning in with us again. And you know, these are your two hosts of Speaking of. I am your boy Dedge, and I'm here with
Jon Jon.
And we are back for another week to have some good topics. What you say?
What you talking about?
What you talking about?
What's going on?
Whew, there's been a lot going on. Listen,
A lot going on this week.
I have been traveling. Went to a wedding.
East Coast.
Up and down the East Coast. Just all up and down the East Coast.
All over the place.
I'm telling you. Whew. I mean, but summer is usually like the traveling season.
It is. And then, you know, the 4th just passed. So
yeah. So
people travel. That's one of the most
you got cookouts.
popular. Oh, yeah. Cookout.
You got family reunions.
Yeah.
You got
Cookouts.
beaches.
Cookouts.
You talking about the restaurant cookout or
No, just cookout.
actual? Now, did I tell you about the cookout? My cousin hosted a cookout. Oh my God, it was such a blast. When I tell you, like, so we are all like 30 plus. You know, for the exception of some of our other cousins that are a little younger. But we decided that we were going to try to, you know, get together and do something every now and then and kind of bond a little bit more.
Okay.
And so we had a cookout a couple weeks ago, and we played slip and slide kickball.
That sounds dangerous.
Listen, dangerous for if you 30 and above. It's dangerous as hell. Listen, so it's basically.
Oh, that's why you're in a back sling right now.
Ooh, a backsling?
Yeah.
A sling? I'm in a sling.
A back sling.
Back brace, baby.
Brace,
But
sling.
you know what? It might be because of that. But it's basically where you have 4 pools. You have 4 little kiddie pools of water. And like your base is like, you know, as like you see in baseball, that little white line that goes from base to base. So that is actually the slip and slide like foundation or whatever. So my cousin put some baby oil or baby wash stuff on it, made it like extra slippery and soapy. So once you kick the ball, you take off running on this little, you know, slip and slide pad. And I'm telling you, you have to use all like every muscle in your body, like from the jawbone to the toe bone. Like I'm telling you.
I mean, how does it work? Because if you try to run on that slip and slide,
you got to run. I mean, you better figure out how you gonna either slide to it or you better get some type of momentum or something. But you got to get to that first pool. So, oh my God, when I tell you, so I've had cousins that done mess up their ankles. Like they done slip. I mean, when I tell you, like we have busted our asses. It's not a cuss word. My grandmother said. We busted our tails out there, but we had so much fun.
it sounds like it was fun.
It was a lot of
Sounds
fun.
dangerous.
So
I probably would have broke my arm or something.
oh Lord, but
Been in the hospital.
the way my
I would have
back's
been in a
set
whole
up,
body sling.
body sling. Man, I'm
Full
telling
body
you,
sling.
I had to go get this dang on copper fit back brace. I was like, man, I don't know what, but no, that first week I was feeling it like in my legs and stuff. This didn't come till later.
Right.
But this actually happened over the weekend, 4th of July weekend, and I was at a wedding and just sitting there like doing nothing, and it just crept up on me. So yeah, I'm in a back brace, all jacked up.
Sounds like you're getting older.
Old. I got a gray hair. I got a gray hair in my chin. And I can't think.
Devastated.
I'm devastated. Devastated.
Devastated.
So I went to church, you know, one of the few Sundays that I actually go to church. Saw this beautiful dance did by my, I call him my dad, but I'm actually my brother-in-law. So my brother-in-law and my nephew did a father-son dance. And it was to the song, I keep wanting to say Surrounded by Your Glory, but it's not that song. It's another song by, I forgot the guy's name. But it was a beautiful, it was just like a father showing his son the way. And
was that Father's Day weekend or no?
Well, it was actually after Father's Day
okay.
weekend because, I think everybody was traveling, so they decided to to postpone it to the following weekend. But the guy's name is Tarn Wells. And the song is Hills and Valleys. Okay, and I'm telling you, it is a beautiful song. So my nephew and my brother-in-law danced to that, and it was absolutely beautiful. I did not shed a tear. I was a G. And we were outside and congregating, and everybody was coming up and hugging, and my nephew brother was like, you got a gray hair right here. And I'm like, what, man, move? He was like, no, you got a gray hair. Pointed to my chin, and I was like, so I picked up my phone, and now mind you, my phone was cracked, all the bejesus. But picked up my phone camera and like did a selfie, like, look, lo and behold, I had a gray hair. I was like, Lord, take me to the king. Take me to.
And there you have it.
Lord, at least I was on the church ground. I was like, just slay me across this altar, because I'm getting old, Lord. Ooh, I was like, Jesus, is that you?
Ooh. You going to meet him?
Soon and very soon.
Because you got one gray hair.
Well, yeah.
You know that one always lead to 1,000 more. Like, you start seeing them
I don't
more
mean to
and
give
more
you
and
too
more.
much information, but I was having to trim my nose hairs.
Oh, really?
And there was like one in each nostril.
And those are the longest ones.
So
I'm just speaking from
back
experience.
braids,
Your back braids, gray hair, nose hair.
Jesus Christ,
old,
getting old.
You know, speaking of old,
so I'm
like
growing up though.
Does that mean kind of lead into what we talk about today? Like as far as growth?
Yeah. I mean, that could be growth. I mean, getting older, growth. I mean, gray hairs equal wisdom. So, I mean, it really just depends on the way you look at it. It really depends on the way you look at it.
Okay.
I mean, because I've seen a lot of growth, like with people, like people like they're celebrities. Like look at not Black China.
That is a name though, Rob.
Oh yeah, with her. But I actually was talking about Jessica Dime because I like her. I don't like her other. Okay. Jessica Dime though from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the girl that always wore the pink hair. This season, so she came back with. I mean, she's like just a classy, nice, but she's actually in a relationship.
Right.
And she said they had been talking.
Oh, well, go ahead.
They had been talking for some time, and he kind of turned her for the better. And she was just like, she went to Tammy and apologized. She was willing to, because, she was like, I amped up too soon. Mm-hmm. There ain't nobody really feeling Jocelyn, so she wasn't going to go apologize there. But, she kind of like ironed out some wrinkles that she had within the cast. And I really liked her this season because she was like really on her grown woman. Right. She wasn't. I mean, she got a big badonkadon. Now listen, but she got a horse carriage back there.
It's probably not real, but
I doubt it. I mean, she was one of the Miami stripper girls, I think.
Yeah.
But I really like her. So she but she was really like classy this season. And so she's in love, and I feel like, just like whenever you can be on your grown woman or your grown man, and you can go to your enemies or whatever, and you can apologize and say, you know what, maybe I acted out of care. I was wrong. For you to take that big step and be the bigger person.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that, even if you were not the aggressor, per se or whatever, even if you were provoked, you can always just man up and just go be the bigger person. Be like, you know what? I was wrong, because I've had to do that here recently. I've had to I had to really take a look at my own self and be like, okay, you know what? I might have been wrong because I might have been a little too petty.
Is that like that's a part of like growing or growth? The growth process is like learning certain mature things to do.
Right, it is. I mean, it's like I can't continue to have the same behavior that I had in my 20s, in my 30s, and so on. So I mean, it's like at some point you gotta grow up. But just like with that, I mean, you see that whole thing that happened this weekend with the Kardashian boy.
Oh, Rob and China.
Yes. Oh my goodness gracious.
That's a part of like immaturity. Is he's so immature as far as the way that he handled the whole situation with.
But I think all of them Kardashians have been they are immature. I mean,
I can agree with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, because they've been so like they hadn't had a chance to grow up. Like you've had everything handed to you, if you will. So it's like you haven't really had a chance to grow up.
That doesn't. I don't necessarily say that they didn't have a chance to grow up.
I guess with Kris Jenner like kind of fixing everything for him or doing everything, like
Right,
you don't really know. You ain't have to do nothing on your own.
But that's, I mean, still,
when I tell you,
have to be a part of the world.
What was the whole spiel behind that thing? I mean, I woke up and saw on Facebook and Instagram, and everybody was like, Rob, there was like all kind of memes, and Rob be like, or China be like, what happened?
Well, what happened with it was Rob, I guess China sent Rob some type of video of her kissing somebody else and was in the same...
That's petty. Why would you do that?
Was in the bed that he paid for, I guess, or whatever. So it kind of, I guess, pissed him off, and he just was petty.
Oh, so he just went ham.
He went straight ham. He was the real G. Like, he pulled everything out. He laid it out on the table. He poured all the tea out there and just put it out there. So but it's immature.
Everybody already knew what she was given before.
Right.
I mean, everybody knew that she was just trying to get a check and trying to get a baby and get back at her baby daddy.
Well, that's
for
true.
Being with that Kardashian, the Jenner girl. Well, she's a Kardashian still.
All the same. They all the same.
All the same.
But
anyway, Butch and Dyke, a lesbian.
A Kardashian.
It's all the same, Lorraine. Oh, man.
But you know what else is? I mean, it doesn't matter how old you are, because then you have to look at 45 and his recent activity with that whole wrestling the CNN thing.
Oh,
that's so immature.
Oh, because it was a joke, guys. It was a joke.
But okay, so that's a joke. But when somebody else do something kind of similar, to
like when Kathy posted that severed head and was like, "Oh, I'm a comedian. This is what we do.
This is a joke. This is a joke. I'm just doing it to be funny." Okay.
Oh no, you're fired and you got your contract revoked. But we supposed to. Oh, the president was just a joke.
But
just
it's
a joke.
Immature.
Don't take me literal. I'm just a joke. Oh God. I'm so sick of the double standard. I am so sick of the double standard.
Especially with him. It's like there's so many different double standards with him.
Do you know how many countries talk about us?
Probably all of them.
Like, you know how many countries laugh at us? How many country
probably
leaders
all of them.
laugh at us? Because we are the biggest joke right now.
Right. Mm.
I mean,
because
if he was a serious leader, I would support. I mean, when Bush had certain things, I didn't particularly like Bush's agenda, but I didn't disrespect him. I didn't, talk about him and, go and try to contradict everything that he said. Like, the media wasn't against him. It was it was almost the same case, but the media wasn't like, we were just putting out facts. I mean, facts are facts.
Right.
But it's just like, it's been like a whirlwind with this whole thing. It's like, when we put out the facts, it's like
his whole
now.
Presidency is a joke. The whole thing is a joke. Because it's not like
this is why I have gray hairs.
It's like he's not doing any leading.
He's just showing up.
He's just showing up, and it's all a bunch of controversy, and everything is just kind of out of whack. There's no... Like, what are you leading, sir?
What are you leading? I mean, because it ain't a country.
It's not a country.
I don't know.
What are you leading?
But I mean, like, this is the first time, like, well, not the first time, but like, look at all these, like, questions that have come up arising this presidency.
Mm-hmm.
Like this whole thing, like, you've had to have hearings, you had to have, I mean, facts and check. I mean, it's just come on, like something.
It hasn't even been a year.
Look,
and there's been all these hearings, all these investigations.
My grandmother always said to me, if there's smoke in the woods, there's a fire.
Okay. But that's true.
If they smoking, I mean, if you seeing smoke somewhere, then they'll fire.
There's fire somewhere. I mean, that's true.
But hey, I mean, he's the president now. He's above and beyond and whatever. But back to our topic on growth. I mean, so Jose Hernandez was supposed to be having this baby, and Yoselin Hernandez.
Okay.
Another Love and Hip Hop candidate. Participant, if you will. Mm-hmm. So she was pregnant with a baby Bellabana baby.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the baby name is. So she was supposed to be like, "Oh, I'm on my grown woman. I'm a bad," and she's supposed to be like, settling and having this whole like women's empowerment thing or whatever. So you're supposed to be grown. You know she's like 45. She's she's like 40 years old. They say she's old.
Is she?
They say she's an old cooch.